Hey, my creators, I am on a mission to make you into the creator that you were always destined to be. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, my creators, today we are going to learn how to make t-shirt designs similar to what you're seeing here for your e-commerce stores. So let's get started. I am on Canva.com, which is a place that I just love. You know how when you were little and you would go in the toy store or something and you just absolutely loved it and you just hope that your mom or your dad would keep you there all day long? Well, that's how I feel about Canva. And for those of you who are just creative souls, I'm sure that you understand what I'm talking about. So we're going to just create a new design in Canva, and I'm going to go over or scroll down to custom size. And I am going to choose, let's see, I'm going to change the units to inches and I'm going to make it a 12 by 16. Now, of course, this size depends on your platform and where you're designing your t-shirts at. If you're on Printify, they have a lot of different t-shirt selections. So you'd have to look at the design of that particular t-shirt to determine what size you need to create your design on Canva in. But we're just going to do 12 by 16. No matter what size that you choose to make your design in, the process remains the same. So let's get started and create the design. So we have our workspace here, and right now, you see this black line. This is the print bleed. And so I don't need that because that's for things that you would print out. And we're not printing this out. This will be uploaded. So I'm going to go into my settings and just get rid of the show print bleed. Okay. So that way, everything that we put on this page will print out on your design, provided that you have made the design the correct size for your particular t-shirt or sweatshirt or whatever type of apparel that you are putting it on. So you'll see over here on the left side, I actually have a few images that I have already created. And I'm just going to click on this one here. And this is an image that I created in, I believe I created this in Mid-Journey. Um, and so when you click on anything, obviously it'll just pop over on the page. So the first thing I want to do is remove the background because I don't want the white around the image to appear. So I am removing that background. So what it also did, unfortunately, was remove the kind of green. Let me click back on here. See the green right here? It removed that as well. I don't want that removed. So I think what I'm going to do, let me get rid of this. I do want the background removed, but because it removed the watercolor or watercolor stain behind it, I'm going to go over here to my elements and I'm going to just find something to replace that. So on the left hand side, I'm scrolling up to elements and I'm going to type in green watercolor. And let's see what comes up. And I want graphics. So once this starts loading, I'm going to click on see all. Okay, so over here on the left-hand side under graphics, next to graphics, I'm going to click on see all because I want to see what is available. Now, usually the things that I really like are not free, but you can tell the free ones because they do not have a crown. You see these with the crown? These are not free. You can only access these for free if you have a premium subscription to Canva. But here is one that's free. It doesn't have a crown, and I'm just going to click on that one, and we're going to use that one for the background. And we might kind of make it, let's see if I need to make it any darker. No, I can keep it as it is. Now, one thing you should know about watercolor um, backgrounds and things like that, sometimes when you upload graphics or designs to your platform, your print provider, it will tell you that this graphic is like it won't print out very well or something. Usually I just ignore that because they're just kind of giving you a warning because it's, they're saying that, hey, when this comes out, it's not a solid color. It might look, a little strange, but I know that this is how I want it to look. So I'm not worried about it. But what you can do is duplicate this particular element, and then that kind of strengthens the color of it. But the first thing I want to do is remove the background. And I forgot to mention that removing the background in Canva is also a pro feature. So if you don't have the pro feature, you would not be able to remove the background. Now, what I want to do, I want to go ahead and duplicate this. So I'm going to click on the little plus signs at the bottom, and I'm going to line these up. And to make sure that they're aligned, I can click on the position tab and go over to layers. And why is my layers not coming up here? Okay, so I'm going to hit the shift key and select both of them. And I'm going to click on arrange, and I'm going to arrange them both to the left so that they are even. And I'm going to put them both in the back. Let's see, did it go to the back? It should. Okay, it went to the back. Now, the other thing I want to do is kind of play with this, maybe move it around a little bit. I might even want to make the focal image, Our Lady, a little bigger, depending on what we want to do or say on the t-shirt design. Okay, so we could put it here. I think I want to kind of keep her in the middle and maybe put some text maybe underneath her, or you don't have to put text at all. It's completely up to you. But I am going to put something on the bottom of her because if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I don't like for art to kind of just have a very sharp ending like this on the bottom, on the edge of her. See this on the bottom? I don't I don't particularly like that. So I'm going to close out my position tab. I'm going to go back over to elements, and I'm going to type in something that I love. It's called it's a gold slash, and this is also not a free element. I think it's called gold slash. Is it gold slash? Gold bar? Yeah, gold slash. So it's not free, but you can always click on the three dots here or the little menu thing here and click on free. And then it will show you all of your free options. Okay. But I don't want this in particular. I want this particular item right here. So I'm clicking on it. Now, the great thing that Canva does now, in addition to just changing the filters, you can actually kind of change the base of a lot of the elements and their colors. So this one is gold, and I think I want to try to make it more of a lime green. And so the colors of the um, images on the page, the photo colors are also over here on the left. So Canva pulls in all of the colors that you're using. So let's make it a lime green. And let me see if I can change this gold too, because sometimes when you change both of the options on here, it kind of turns it into a different color. So I just chose the one option here and made that a lime green. So we'll keep this like that. Now, something else that I want to do with her, I want to make a shadow behind her. So while I have her highlighted, I'm going to click on the edit menu, and I am going to click on shadows over here, and we are going to choose either drop or outline. I think maybe drop shadow. And the blur amount, you see the blur, it makes it larger. The shadow itself, the blur of the shadow, you see that? Look by her, like right over here. Watch what happens as I change this. Okay. So the blur amount, I don't want a lot of blur on it. You can change the angle of the shadow. So I could put it on the left side, right side, just kind of behind her, whatever you want to do. But let's keep it to the right. And you can change the distance of the image to the shadow itself. I don't want a huge shadow, just a little. And then you can change the color of the shadow if you want. We'll leave it black, but you can change the intensity. Okay. So I think I'll keep the intensity pretty high. I like the black to kind of stand out. But if you are putting it on a black t-shirt, you might not want black because it won't stand out. So you could change this. Let's make it a gray if we wanted to. And then we can make the intensity a little higher, but I don't like the gray. I think I want to leave it as like a black and just make the intensity a little higher, but the color is not jet black. All right, so let's see. I want to make the distance a little smaller. Okay, I think that's exactly where I want it. So that's how you make a shadow for your image. All right, my creators. So now all we need to do is add some text. And if you want to add some other elements, you're free to do that. So I am on the text and I'm over on the left-hand side of Canva. I'm on the text menu and I did that by clicking right here on text. Okay. So let's just add some cute text. Let's add a font combination. And some of these font combinations are pro, some of them are free. So you're able to choose whichever one you want. I think I want this one for today. All right, so it popped over onto the page. Let me move her back. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's move this down a little bit there. And that orange is not good. So I'm going to change that to black. Oh, I think I put it on there twice. Didn't mean to do that. And you can also ungroup these. So let's ungroup them so we can work with them individually. Now, with the text, for those of you who don't know, if you're new, you can do a lot of different things to text. You can actually make some effects on the text. So while you are click on either one of them, let me move this up out of the way. Let's click on away. We're going to change this, first of all, to say something different. How about, let's just say, let's go. Okay. All right, something simple. You can change it to whatever you want it to be. All right, and I think I'll leave it in that same angle, but we're going to make both of them larger. So I'm going to hit the shift key and hold that down to select them both. And then I'm going to make this larger by pulling out on the edges right there. There are different ways to increase the font, but that's a quicker way to do them both. Now, I think I can move them in a little closer. Okay. And we can click on effects. If you want to outline the text, you're welcome to do that. Whatever you want to do, make it smaller or larger. Maybe we will just do that a little. Chose the color of white. And let's do the same with this one. Let's outline it and let's make it white and let's make that a little smaller. Now, you can't really see it so much on the word go because the background is white. But if you put this on a black t-shirt, you would be able to see it very well. And then I'll show you how in a moment, okay? So here we go. Okay, now if you wanted to add anything else, you could. I don't think you need anything else. Some people like simple t-shirt designs. Some people like something a little fancier. I'm going to click back on elements and I'm going to type in here gold speckles. And maybe we can add some gold speckles to the t-shirt design. Something simple, but let's see. Okay. Here's something kind of cute. I think I can put this to the back. Let's click on position. When you click on position, it will show you everything that's on the page. I like working with the position tab. So here is that gold speckle, and I want it behind her, but not behind the green watercolor. So we're just gonna leave it like that, pull it down just a little bit. The next thing you want to do is to share your design. So you're going to click on the share button on the top right hand corner, and you want to share this as a PNG. And also you want to make sure the background is transparent, and we can actually only use a transparent background when you have a paid version of Canva. So that is something to think about. It's really worth it, creators, if you are really going to be serious about your t-shirt or your apparel shop. Now, the other thing you want to do, you want to change the size here. You want to move this up to, I would say, at least a 2, because this ensures a higher quality of a file. And you'll have to play around with this. I found that sometimes when you upload it, especially in Printify, um, sometimes if you save it as a 3, it might make the resolution too large for Printify to handle. I haven't had a problem on Printful so much, but on Printify, yes. So it's no big deal. If it doesn't load, you just come back to Canva where you have your design and you just change the size. If you had it at 3, maybe move it down to 2. You just want to ensure that your DPI is high enough, and your print provider will tell you. Sometimes 2.5 is enough because it'll give you a DPI of like 250 or 275. So it doesn't necessarily have to be 300 DPI. You just want your print provider to say that the resolution is high. Okay. All right, my creators. So this is the fun part. So I have a mock-up that I created in, I believe I created this in Midjourney. And so I am now going to put the design onto the mock-up. So I've uploaded the design here. I clicked on it, and I'm just going to kind of move it, size it down some so that it fits her. And I'm going to kind of turn it so that it looks like it's actually on her. So now you can see, remember we had the white outline around the word go. So now you can see that that outline really, it really, I think, added it, just kind of emphasized it a little bit. So there it is. And then sometimes also, if you just want to display your image, let's go down here to another page. Let's make this background, let's make this black. Okay, so we're going to click on the color wheel here, and then we're going to choose the black color. And then we are going to click on the design again so that it pops over to our page. So here's the design. And so sometimes you'll see on Etsy, people display their images just as the image itself. All right, creators, here is the image that we just created, and I've shown it here on our beautiful model. It is gorgeous. All right, my creators, I hope you learned something new today. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, to like the video and also comment. I reply to all of the comments. So, as we always say, the more we create, the less we hate. And I will see you in the next video.